Hi guys, welcome to another reading on my channel. Thank you for being here. If you like these types of videos, give them a thumbs up. You can subscribe as well and keep following the beautiful topics we'll be covering in the future. Today's topic, as you can tell from the title of this video, is how to heal your shadow. We're going to take a look at what shadow is your biggest block at the moment and how to heal it. We have 3 different piles today to choose from, and they are pile 1, hematite crystal, pile 2, amazonite, and pile 3, citrine. If you need to pause the video, you can do that now. If not, I'll see you in your pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the hematite crystal and the Twin Flame Journey Shadows Oracle deck. First, we're going to take a look at what is your current shadow, what is currently blocking you the most, and then we're going to clarify a bit and then find out what the solution might be for healing that shadow. So let's see pile 1. What is your biggest shadow at the moment? What does pile 1 need to know about this? What is your shadow? We have insecure, we have vengeful, and we have avoid. Okay. So what I'm getting from this for you, pile 1, is that somebody did you dirty. So somebody did something to you which left you feeling so depleted, so unworthy, and you're basically left alone with nothing. Whether that was something that was done to you emotionally or it was done to you physically, it had a lot of repercussions. And now you are somebody who doesn't feel secure in herself or himself. That's what I wanted to say. And you feel like you are in a way afraid of what people might do to you, what people might say to you, how people will think about you and the whole situation. And there is so much rage inside of you. And you just need to express just a tiny bit of it in order for you to feel better. And this is why we got this vengeful energy here, because you are so enraged that you wish to do something in order to defend yourself. And I do have to say that when you express your anger, you stop being a victim, because this is where you're currently at. You feel like something has been done to you, like you're a victim. And the moment that you express your anger, you stop being the victim. You take charge over the situation. But do bear in mind, pile 1, that sometimes being vengeful can make things worse, can even deepen the problem. That might stir up some other people to get involved, or just to maybe start to attack you even though they don't have anything to do with this. Bear in mind that the anger you will express needs to be expressed in a way that doesn't aggravate the situation even more. And I do feel that you feel empty inside. There's a void inside of you because of this situation, and you feel like you have nothing left to look forward to. And this is one of the things why you get so vengeful, because that is probably the only thing that you see for yourself happening in the future. This is a heavy energy, I have to say, pile 1, and I'm not happy to see you in it. I know that it's probably something bad happened to you, and I'm sorry. I really feel sorry that you had to go through this. And I do hope that this reading will give you some answers and some guidance on how to deal with this properly for your highest good. So let's continue. Let's clarify this with the tarot. What is your shadow at the moment? So we have the Dictator of Decay, Powerless. So this is, in the traditional tarot deck, the King of Pentacles. And we see that you were wronged either by a partner or by a mentor or by your father. So there was this father figure or male figure in your life. Even though for some of you it might not be a male, it might have been a female, but still they had this position of somebody who is in the energy of the King of Pentacles. So somebody who is on top of things, somebody who is the boss, somebody who has authority, somebody who has power to direct things, to steer things in certain directions. And somebody used their own power over you in order for them to get more power within this situation. And this is where you feel like you can't be secure. They took all of your security with the things they did to you. And you were basically left maybe penniless. Maybe they took your money. Maybe they took your house. Maybe they took your possessions. Maybe they even took your status or your reputation. They did something to really take everything away from you and influence your life in a way that you have nothing now. Let's see what else. What is your shadow at the moment, Pile 1? What do we need to know? We have Four of Sorrow, Jaded, yes. And you are so in this tunnel vision at the moment. So you cannot see anything else. You just see you need to revenge yourself. You need to give this person the same medicine they have given you. You need to make them feel the way that you felt. And this is why you are so narrow in your vision. There's nothing else for you out there. This is how you perceive things. You cannot see the bigger picture here. You only see them, and you want them to feel the same pain, the same insecurity that you are feeling. Okay, let's see one more. What is your current shadow? Pile 1. Okay, 2 want to come out. So we have the Villain of Torment, Sharp Objects. This is in the traditional tarot deck, the Knight of Swords. And we have the Three of Torment, Flesh Wound, so the Three of Swords. So like I said here, it goes perfectly with this. You wish to hurt this person so that they could feel what you felt and what you are feeling today, so that they could feel how much damage they did to you and how much pain they inflicted onto you with this situation. And I do understand you guys. I'm not going to say whether you should do it or not. I'm going to let the cards talk for themselves. But I wanted to know the story behind your shadow and why you want to do this. And I totally understand you. You're in a lot of pain, Pile 1. It's like everything has been taken away from you, and there's nothing left for you than to spread the pain, because that is all you feel inside. Just that emptiness and that pain. And you feel like there's nothing else left for you to give. I'm so sorry, Pile 1, that you have to go through this. I have to say that there are a lot of ways to deal with this situation, and we're going to see what the cards propose or suggest that you should do in this situation for your highest good, okay? I'm going to stress out for your highest good, because there are a lot of things that you can do here, but we're going to ask the card for the best solution for the situation. So how to heal that shadow for the highest good of Pile 1 and everyone involved. Okay, we have 3 cards. I usually don't take 3, but I do feel that for you that I need to take those. We have soulmate, I am blessed, and power. And let's take 3 more. How to heal this shadow for power 1 for their highest good. We have headspace. I have the ability to change my mood by the thoughts I am choosing to think. I focus on things that bring me joy, not on things that rob me of my peace. It goes perfect with the soulmate. I'm going to explain after we pull all the cards. We have open book. You're not obligated to share everything with others. Keep certain ideas and thoughts to yourself in order to preserve the magic. And one more for you guys. We have Huntress. I know what I want and I'm no longer afraid to get it. Interesting. So what the cards are suggesting here as the best solution for your highest good in this situation is to recognize that this person who you have this problem with is probably not a connection that we would describe as soulmate. It is rather more in terms of a karmic partner or a soul that you have a karmic contract with. These are all different names and terms which I don't usually like using, because every relationship in its core is here in order to teach us something, to make us see the bigger picture, to learn a lesson. And I do feel that the person that hurt you here is the type of the soul that is here to bring your darkness, your shadows to the surface in order for you to heal them and to grow from them. In order for you to have a better experience with a different soul, which we would describe as a soulmate, with whom you can have a pleasant experiences in the future. And this is why we have the headspace here with I choose my thoughts, and depending on which thoughts I choose, I can change my mood. And I feel like it's important for you to recognize that this person that hurt you is not your soulmate. It's not a person that you are meant to share your life with in a pleasant way. They're here to help you realize that there is something inside of you that is not healed. And once you heal it, you can have much better and more pleasant experiences with somebody else. And that this situation you're going through is just an obstacle on your path towards your goal. And your goal is something more beautiful and something more pleasant than you can ever imagine. With the I am blessed and the open book here, I feel like you have given your all to this person that hurt you. And now you feel like you have been robbed and deprived of everything, but that is just not the case. Because you are blessed, because you have an abundance of possibilities and ideas and inspirations available to you. Basically, you can never give everything to anybody because you are a source. You are a conduct of the source energy, and you can always get new ideas. You can always get new possibilities. Even after somebody has stolen something from you, maybe they copied something from you, or maybe they took the rewards that were meant for you, you can always get new ones. But yes, of course, this is also a lesson for you not to give everybody so openly, not to tell everything to everybody so openly. Really discriminate or distinguish which people are the ones that you can tell about everything you're doing, and with whom you cannot be so open. But do bear in mind that whatever you feel is lost at the moment can be given back to you in a better, greater, more appealing way. You're actually not left without anything. You have the connection to God, to Source, and you can always get something new and bright and inspirational. You can have the magic all over again. And with the power here, you need to see that you have the power in this situation to do whatever you feel like you need to do. If you have to avenge yourself, fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, no, that's not a good thing to do. Do whatever you feel you need to do in order to feel you have the power. But bear in mind that power is not aggression and power is not helplessness. Those are two disbalances of power. When we feel like we don't have true power, then we are the victims or we are the attackers. True power is somewhere between the two. And this is why this card says, I know what I want and I'm no longer afraid to get it, which means I'm not afraid to say, I don't like this. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to participate in this and stop being the victim. Or she is no longer afraid to say things. I don't want to participate and I don't want to yell anymore. I don't want to try anymore. I don't want to force this anymore. So both sides are imbalances, but the power lies within I'm participating or I'm not participating, whether that fits me or not. And this is where your true power lies. You don't have to force anybody, nor you have to act like you have no power over it. You can find a perfect balance between those two in order for you to progress. My dear pile one, I'm so sorry you have to go through this, but what I've learned from my experiences is that the greatest lessons and the biggest blessings have always come out of the hardest turmoils, the hardest challenges I've went through. And I do believe the same is true for you here, but it might take time for you to see it and to believe it. Hang on, pile one. Do whatever you feel is necessary to protect yourself, and I do hope that you find the right way to deal with this situation. Till next time, pile one. Bye. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Amazonite crystal. Let's take a look at how you can heal your shadow. First, we're going to see what your shadow is at the moment, and then we're going to pull a few cards to see what you can do about it for your highest good. So let's see, pile two. What is your current shadow? What is your current shadow? We have the child I was meant to be. What else? We have downcast pride. And one more. We have alone in the world. Okay. So what I see here for you guys is that like you were suppressed from a young age. You wanted to be a happy child, you wanted to play, you wanted to do some things that you felt you were drawn to, but you were suppressed. Your parents probably didn't allow you to play or to have hobbies you wanted or to hang out with people or friends you wanted to hang out with. And I feel like now that you're an adult, you feel like you need to change, you need to be yourself. You feel the need to start doing what you want to do, because up to this point you were just being complacent to other people's opinions, to their demands, and you tried to adapt to what they deemed as acceptable. And in that process, I feel like you now are becoming aware of that. You have totally denounced yourself. You have turned into a version of yourself which you cannot even recognize. And you, in a way, develop this coping mechanisms in order for you to, in a way, survive, to be accepted, to be loved, to be appreciated. You had to renounce yourself, who you are, what your wishes were, what you aspired to become, in order for them to accept you. And now you feel like you no longer want to do that. You want to show your true colors here, but you are afraid that you will be rejected, that you will be abandoned by all those same people who said they loved you, but then they repressed you in expressing yourself and who you are. And I feel like you are at a tipping point here. Either you will now decide to change everything about yourself in terms of becoming more of who you truly are, regardless of what people will say, or you will decide to stay here longer because you don't want to be rejected. You don't want to be tossed away. You don't want to be discriminated by the same people who claim that they love you. But you feel like they love you only when you adapt to their expectations, when you are a version of yourself who they deem as appropriate. And if you're not appropriate in their terms, you are not worthy of love here. My dear Paltu, I feel so sorry for you because I know how that feels. I didn't have the exact same problem, but I had something very similar in the past, and I know how impactful this can be. And I know how many choices in life you've made because somebody said it's the right thing to do and you felt like it's not the thing you should be doing. It's not the thing that is right for you. And basically you're faced now with your life looking the way it does. And it's not something you are satisfied with. Quite the contrary, your life makes you sad. Because you listened to all the people, all the opinions, all the demands from other people. And you didn't listen to yourself. And now when you finally started listening to yourself, you haven't had the courage to start being who you truly are because of fear. Let's clarify that a bit further. Part 2, let's see, what is your shadow at the moment? What do we need to know? The Imp of Decay, Fruitless. So this is the Page of Pentacles in the traditional deck. Yes. We have the Eight of Decay, Abandoned Ship. So 8 of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Torment, Entanglement. That is the Eight of Swords in the traditional tarot deck. So definitely what we see is that you were never encouraged to be yourself. You were never praised for being yourself. You were only praised when you would do something according to their expectations. And you were scorned and you were maybe even punished when you decided to do something what felt right for you. And now you feel like your whole life is falling apart, like everything is wrong, like you have nothing left to look forward to. And everything is so meaningless for you. And you want to basically abandon ship. You don't want to be in your shoes anymore. You want to change everything from the bottom, from the foundations. But like I said, it's like you feel you cannot do anything because you will be, it's like you are bound by their acceptance, by their support, by their approval of you and what you're doing. And you know that they will disapprove of what you want to do here. And this is why you have conflict here. You have an inner conflict about this. Because you want something different and you're afraid of how they will react. Let's see, what can you do about it? How can you heal the shadow? What can be done for your highest good? Pile 2. Okay, yeah, it's basically self-explanatory. A change needs to happen, but let's dive a bit deeper. How can you heal this shadow, pile 2? What can be done here? We have stand back, boundaries, perfect. We have liberation. As I heal, I'm setting us free. We have headspace. I have the ability to change my mood by the thoughts I am choosing to think. I focus on things that bring me joy, not on things that rob me of my peace. What else? We have talented. I honor my unique talents as they have been given to me from the divine to share with the world. And one more. I embrace my emotions, soul cleanse. So definitely, pile 2, the answer is simple, but it might not be simple to act it out. So the only thing that can really help you change the situation is change. You need to take that step that you are so afraid of in order for yourself to liberate yourself. So your healing of your shadow lies within making the change you're afraid of making. And in that process, it will be necessary for you to set certain boundaries, because when you were little, those people, whether your parents or your peers or whoever, were in a position to order you, to make you do things. They had power over you, but not anymore. You're a grown-up now, and you need to set firm boundaries. You need to say to them, stand back. This is my territory. This is my authority. I'm ruling this. This is my call. And sometimes, unfortunately, yes, they might reject you, disown you, disapprove of you. That will probably happen to a lot of you guys in pile 2. I have to be honest. But with the liberation here, there is a bit of hope within this process of liberation, that when you heal your problem with this, they will be freed from this as well. Because 2 are necessary to play this game. And if you don't play it anymore, they will no longer have anybody to boss around, to order what to do, because you will no longer be afflicted by it. And at some point, they will stop. And they will look at you maybe for the first time and see you for who you truly are. And that will set all of you free. And with this headspace, what is currently stopping you the most is your thoughts about how they will reject you, how they will disown you, or whatever you're afraid of that will happen. And like I say, even though that might happen, try to focus on the things that you will get out of it, the things that will be better for you if you do it. Keep your focus on the thoughts of everything that you will gain from the change you will be making. And recognize that the uniqueness of who you truly are is one of a kind, and it has been given to you to express it and not to to hold it in, not to sell yourself short and settle for less because somebody thinks it is not a good idea. You wouldn't have been given this talent if God, if Source, Universe, higher intelligence, call it whatever, didn't intend for you to express it and show it to the world. This is why you have it. And express everything and embrace every emotion that comes with the situation. Embrace fear, embrace sadness, embrace anger, embrace everything. It is part of the process. And those emotions for some of you will help this talent you have to become huge. I feel this so heavily for you. All the emotion, let it be a fuel for your talent to express itself. My dear Pile 2, I wish you all the best with this situation. I know it's not easy, but change will set not only you free in this situation, but everybody involved. Take care, and I hope that you resolve this for your highest good. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the citrine crystal and my Way Oracle cards. This is my deck, so I'm very happy that you decided to pick this pile and to see what my deck can tell you about your shadow. So we're going to first see what your shadow is at the moment. And after that, we're going to take a few cards to see what you can do about it for your highest good. So let's see. What is your shadow, Pile 3? What is your biggest shadow at the moment, Pile 3? What do you need to know here? We have respect. Whose approval do you seek the most? We have kindness. Do you find it difficult to say something nice to someone? And stability. What are you sacrificing for the sake of stability? So what I'm getting from this is that you have set a certain goal in terms of being somebody who has power, who has respect, who is well known, who is recognized, and you're on your way to becoming that person. And it is probably because in the past you were treated poorly because you were a certain status, a certain faith, maybe a certain race or whatever. There was something different about you within your surroundings, within the group of people you were hanging out with that made you stand apart, but it was in a bad way. So people didn't take it in a good way. They either discriminated you or they made you feel less than or whatever it was. You said to yourself that you're going to make something of yourself so that nobody can ever talk to you like that again. So this is what I feel is fueling you into becoming that person, into reaching that goal. But what these cards are saying to me is that you are doing all of this in an imbalanced way because people will not kind and respectful towards you. You, in a way, are now acting the same to other people, towards other people. And I feel like you're losing yourself in this process and you're actually becoming the same people that hurt you in the past. And I know that's not easy to hear, and I don't want you to get offended by this, but sometimes we lose track of what we are doing and where we are actually going. And we don't even see that we have become the same people that we're trying not to become. And this can pertain to anything in your life, your friends, your family, your boss. You wanted to become better than them, but in the process of becoming that, you have basically become them. You started acting the way that they have acted towards you. Let's clarify this. What is pile 3's current shadow? What do we need to know? We have the Hanged Man, sacrificial lamb. We have the Siren of Decay, gold digger. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Siren of Torment, Femme Fatale. This is the Queen of Swords in the traditional tarot deck. So I'm definitely seeing that at some point you were used, you were made fun of, you were disrespected. You were basically the sacrificial lamb in a certain situation. But now you're doing the same thing in order to get to your goal, to become respected. You're doing the same thing that was done to you. And with the Siren of Decay, you are treating poorly a lot of people. And you are so blinded by the goal you wish to reach that you don't see that that goal will never be attained in the way that you intended it to be attained. You will get the respect, you will get the kindness, but just because, sorry for the phrase, but you end up being a jerk. Because people will find it easier to deal with you in that way, but you will never really get the respect you wanted to get. For them to look up to you and really respect the person that you are. And with the Siren of Torment here, I feel like your goal has become such an obsession that you don't even choose ways of achieving that goal. So you know that phrase from Machiavelli? I know it in Croatian, but I can't think of it in English. So I hope that some of you will understand. I'm just going to paraphrase it because I can't remember how it goes in English. So Machiavelli basically said that, the goal justifies the means. Yeah, so you basically are ready to use any means in order to get to your goal. But unfortunately, Paul, you have lost track of why you started to head towards your goal in the first place. It's because you didn't want people like this being in charge. You wanted to make a difference. And you became one of those people, unfortunately. Let's see what you can do about this, because not all is lost, pile 3. I always believe that people can change if they decide that they want to and need to change. And everything that you may have done wrong can be rectified if you decide to do so. So we have self-worth, exactly. So this would be the first thing that comes to my mind when I see your shadow, and I'm gonna get into it after we pull all the cards. Let's see, what can you do to heal your shadow for your highest good, pile 3? We have reserved. Silence is golden. Some things are just better left unsaid. Okay, we have rigid. I remain open-minded as I mature on my journey. Who I was yesterday may not be who I am tomorrow. We have support. I have faith that the universe is guiding me towards what is best for me. We have time. I do not wait on others to fulfill my happiness. And one more, triggers. When someone's behavior irritates me, I take it as an opportunity to heal something unresolved within myself. And the thing that is unresolved within you is your self-worth. Because you were done wrong in the past, your self-worth has suffered. And you promised yourself not to let anybody else talk down to you like they did. And the thing that is driving you so hard towards your goals that you don't even pick and choose the means you do it is your lack of self-worth. Because if you knew that you were worthy enough, valuable enough, smart enough, strong enough, able enough, beautiful enough, or whatever enough, you will not strive so hard for your goal. Because the thing you wish to reach with your goal, when you go deep underneath the surface, is the feeling of worthiness. This is your core issue, pile 3. And maybe working on your self-worth will get you a lot further in a lot healthier way than the thing you are doing at the moment. And I feel if you have chosen this pile and if you stayed up till this point, if I didn't drive you away with the naked truth of what this is, what your shadow really is, you may recognize that you are supported, that the universe is giving you signs how to rectify what you've done, how to change your behavior to do what's best for yourself and everyone involved. And to see that only you can make yourself happy and feel worthy. There's nothing outside of you that can make you feel that. You have to wake that up, find that within yourself in order for you to have the world reflected back to you. And don't worry if you've already made some mistakes. Who you were yesterday is not who you can be tomorrow or who you will be tomorrow. Your actions today decide what type of person you will be. And there is a saying that I love to say to my viewers on my creation channel, and I think that I need you guys to hear it here as well. Your present is a result of how you thought and felt in the past. Your future will look the same way as you think and feel at this particular moment. So your present is a reflection of how you felt and thought in the past, and the future will look like how you feel and think in the present. So if you wish to be a different person than who you are now, you have to start acting, thinking, and feeling as the person you wish to be. And you need to start doing that now in the present. And sometimes it's better not to react, to stay silent in certain situations. Because if you get into an argument and trigger something you're not ready to handle, things might get even worse for you. Think about this, pile 3. Self-worth is your key to resolve this shadow. I always do recommend coaching because coaching sessions can help you with any problem you have, especially this one. My dear pile 3, this was your reading. You are good people, I know it. Don't worry if you've made some mistakes. Everybody has. And you will make some in the future as well. The key point is what you will do when you recognize that you have made those mistakes. This is what sets you apart, whether you're a good person or a bad person, okay? Have faith in yourself and think about how this self-worth can actually have impacted your situation here. Until next time, bye.